Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 4, season 4 with the mighty Union SG here in Belgium. I'm loving it, hopefully you are too. That's why you're here for episode 4. If you're in a good mood, smash that thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new and hit that bell and you'll never miss anything I do. But honestly, thank you for your view, you legend. Another season, another battle of a season, quite a few ins and outs, maybe some random last minute signings that were sent from heaven, both of them. But we'll see if they're any good or not. But as always, thanks for joining me. So let's get into it. I'm going to start here with a bit of a plug for a future series with Gilloise and Ashton. Now, they're probably the most local team to me where I live, and a fantastic little club that are doing quite well in real life. They're in the Vanarama North, I think, and they're flying. They're not the biggest club, but they're a great club. I've said it a million times. One of my best friends' brothers used to play for them, and it's where the Trinity statue is, where all the 3 World Cup winners of our local area are. It's a great club, and I remember when I first started YouTube, talking to someone who said they tried to do them and failed, and it could be quite tough, but I love a lower England save, and I want to do one. And someone mentioned, why don't you do Gilloise and Ashton? So this is quite cool, right? I thought, because recently as well, there'd been a bit of drama with another YouTuber who had been doing a lower level team, and this lower level team had got in touch with him and asked him to stop representing our club on YouTube, blah blah blah, don't use the graphics, blah blah blah. I think they were a bit arsey with him from what I heard. So I got in touch with Gilloise and Ashton on Twitter and said to him, hello, blah blah blah, I'm Bood FM, do YouTube, I really want to do another series in the future and I want to do it with your club, I'm a local lad, is it okay? And they're like, yeah. They were buzzing. They followed me back on Twitter, and they've invited me to a game. I'm going to go in the new year. We're going to get some merch hopefully as well, so that's going to be a future series of mine. Now also the sub-league, when I did put that first video out there, I said it would be at some point in the future. I will be trying to get to work on that more. I've done a little bit, like I said, I'm going to do 3 episodes, 3 full seasons of the sub-league, and that'll all be available to download as well, hopefully before Christmas. That's the plan, because I have a free copy of FM24 to give away in that series. And I'd like to give it away before Christmas, a nice little Christmas present. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you because I am buzzing and I can't wait to take on Gilloise and Ashton. Can I get them to the Premier League? Probably. It's Football Manager, but I'm hoping it's going to be a challenge. Now, we are champions. We've done really well the last couple of years. We won a couple of cups as well, haven't we? And we're still not the favourites, though. It's still KRC Genk. Yeah, those bad boys. Now, I've made a few changes. You probably see some of my players for yourself right there. But I was happy. I love this league. I love how competitive this league is. It is tough, even when you've got a good team. So let's see what I've been doing. Starting with the outs, like all the left back. His deal was coming to an end, but I actually managed to sell him before that happened for a whopping £99,000, better than a kick in the balls. Jamal wanted to leave, 32 years old, he was okay. I think he was my captain, wasn't he? I got a decent amount of cash for this dude, 7.75 million. Now, there is an update, I've just downloaded it recently. They've brought out a massive patch on Football Manager, you've probably noticed yourself if you're playing it, with loads of fixes. You can find a list of what they've fixed, and there's loads of stuff, right? Things I've noticed, things that don't really bother me, but one, they said somewhere they've sorted out the Saudi transfers or something. Now I'm hoping they haven't totally ruined it, because I quite like the fact that you can offload players to Saudi Arabia for a ton of money, so I'm hoping it stays that way. We lost a young defender, one I signed a couple of years ago. He's been a bit of a backup really. He's Belgian. I kept him just because of that, but he went on a free. Jordan went on a free as well. He was good. I signed him. I mean, he's getting on a bit in his years, but I think we got 2 good seasons out of him, so he left on a free as well. Me right back again, Belgium. He'd been moaning to leave, but I thought 29 years old, and for 10 million quid. See you later. And then Dan, my man, my favourite Geordie. I found him. He's the guy who got in touch with me. Great subscriber. I said sign him. I'd already signed him. He's been a great squad player, but he did ask to leave. Got a couple of mil for him, to be fair. He's gone to FC Rapid. So we have a few players in the door, starting with Noah Antoine. That's what Noah, right? He played for Oostend, who'd been relegated. I got him for 1.5 million. Happy days. We've signed a new defender who can play centre half and right back for a potential $7.5 million from Anderlecht. You know, great club who've just massively underachieved on this series, so I'm buzzing with this player. Got myself another defender on a free from Burnley. Used to be at Anderlecht. Played for Burnley for years, so most of you know this. Greeno, my friend, will probably love this guy because he loves Burnley so much, with so much passion, joy and love. Yeah, free, 27, Belgian. Decent. I'm going full Belgian where I can. It helps, doesn't it? You need them. I need them for the squad. Only cost me $2.5 million from Bayer Leverkusen. Used to be one of our newest rivals, KRC Genk, a few years ago. Again, decent really. Got a bit of potential. Next up, I got a right back to replace the guy sold for 10 million quid. Free. He's 28. He's not great. He's not that bad. He is purely a backup. And he probably won't play too much and he'll probably moan, but I don't care. And then signed this one. A freebie from Juve. Now his potential ain't great, his ability's not great. I'm sure he used to be a wonder kid. I'm sure he was, right? But I just thought as a free pickup, it'd be fantastic. Can help cover up top. We'll play out wide on the left a little bit, possibly on the right as well. So I just couldn't turn this one down. But then it got towards the end of the transfer window. I don't want panicking, but I kind of felt like maybe I needed another left back. Could I do with another forward player? And the heavens opened, the clouds parted, and the sun shone straight through, and a beam of light shone right into my face, right? And then 2 hands came through the clouds. And on those hands were 2 players. The first was an angel. Yes, on a free, released by Atletico Madrid. It's costing me 30 grand a week. But I am not bothered. Because he's decent. He's a good player, and look what he can do. And he does it. He covers all over the front. Quite happy with this one. But then Jesus himself came to me. Don't know if I've done that right. I'm an atheist. But Jesus. This is Jesus. Now, he's on 18 grand a week. But I don't care. Because we are making massive savings in the club canteen. We don't have to pay for food anymore. He gets 1 loaf of bread and he turns it into loads of bread. Loads of fish. Loads of red wine. Everyone's buzzing. I'm buzzing. Decent player, 32 years old, international experience coming out of his holy arsehole. Happy days. There's also lots of joy because I won this. Yes, 1-0 Super Cup against Genk. Now normally I like to record the ceremony and share that with you, but if you look at the game, I was just like, and then we scored in the 94th minute. I was jumping around that much, I totally forgot to do it. So anyway, brilliant. What a great way to start the season. Friendly wise, only had 4 games and I let my assistant sort this out. Now, we have affiliates and we played in affiliates will come back and bite you in the ass sometimes, and they might do that in the future, but you know, it was okay. We beat Hearts, which is pretty cool. And we've started quite well in the league, as you can see. It is the 8th of September, the greatest day on God's green earth. Being very religious today for an atheist, but yeah, obviously we've won the Super Cup, the Croaky Cup. We'll see. I mean, I've got a couple of them in the bank. We're okay with that. The league, you can have 7 games. We're joint with those dudes, doing quite well. It's very competitive. I love it. Don't matter how good your team is. And the Champions League, straight into it. No qualifiers. And these are the teams I have to play in that gigantic phase. Shakhtar, Salzburg, Barcelona, Inter, Benfica, FC Midtjylland, Monaco and Arsenal. We had no hope. You're looking at that and you're like, no hope. No, you know. But then you think, wait a minute. I've got an angel and Jesus on my side. Anything's possible. I don't think I've shared this thing of beauty with you for a while, but you know, it's been tweaked and added to and changed. It always has. I'm always improving my staff. I will always preach. What's going on with me today? I'll always preach about your staff, right? I love it. This is the best bit of the game. I don't know why. I love it so much. But when you get all yellows, it's a thing of beauty. So of course, I never totally agree with this. And again, this year, I'll be using 2 different tactics, switching depending on how I feel about the game, home or away. But we've got a fantastic bunch of lads here. Fantastic little squad. There's some guys I couldn't get this year, missed out on a few. Again, like I've said in the past, top players want to come, but I can't pay 60 grand a week. I've had bids in for a few of my boys. Melvin Bard had some mega bids, but I'm like, nah, he's class. But you know, I felt good. One thing actually, I nearly forgot. Julian, now you remember him? We loaned him, quite cheap, and then we turned him into a wonder kid. He became a wonder kid at the end of that first year, and then I applied for a reloan, and they said, yeah, for these terms. and it was more a week wages and it was more monthly fees. I just went, oh yeah, brilliant, accepted it. I didn't notice they done it for 2 years. I was expecting him to leave, and I went, why is he still here? We've got him another year. Still a wonder kid, worth an absolute fortune. Happy bloody days on that one. Now, of course, that stadium got an upgrade. Now they're getting another upgrade as well. We're getting more seats, which is brilliant, right? As you can see right now, it's going to be finished December of this year. So it went from an 8, I think, to a 12. It's been reduced a little bit now, hasn't it, while they're doing more. And you can see a little bit of an improvement on the 3D match engine. But we also can use it for Europe now, which is quite nice. We don't have to fanny about going anywhere else. So let's get stuck right into it. It's the 1st of January. I do love them kit colours. Gives me that Boca Juniors feel. If you like Boca Juniors and you missed my series last year, I think it's 4 seasons, 4 episodes of pure joy. I wish I could have done more, I'll be honest with you. But obviously by now the stadium is finished. Look at that. It's like doubled in size since I started. I've only been here 4 years, or technically 3.5. Absolutely buzzing, right? But what's been going on? Well, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see we are top of the league. I've got 2 players in the best average rating. One of my midfielders is 3rd on the top goal scorer, but we are top of the league by 3 points. Genk are pushing us. Other teams are close. It is competitive. You can go on a great run, and you can lose a game you should have won. You draw games you shouldn't have. You probably win games you shouldn't have. I love this league. I think it is, even though you know you've got a good team, which we have now, nothing is set in stone. Nothing. You can't take anything for granted. But we started well. We started very, very well, scoring a lot of goals and being quite good defensively. But defensively, over the course of the season, we do get a little bit shaky. But yeah, we went really well. Molenbeek, the team that is run on peanuts and fart gas. I don't know how they do it, but they managed to do well. So we drew 2 games back to back there. Some great results. Look at that, a 6-0. Then we got beat off Standard. We got beat off Westerlo, Antwerp. But again, we've put together a nice little run, to be fair. Look at that one. Take them all day long. There will be no 3-peat though in the Becker Van Beagle Croaky Cup, because we've won 2 on the run. You're coming in at the 6th round, and like I said, we played them in pre-season and drew. And I'd drawn them in the 6th round, thought it's our affiliate, and I played backup goalkeepers, players who haven't played, quite a few young players. Melvin Bard got in, some of the lads who needed games got in. We lost, but do you know what? It's okay, because you've got Champions League, the league. I've won 2 of them. Maybe this will help us in other areas, but looking at that team sheet, I am reminded of something. Now, I bought a little group of young players, not wonder kids. Was it not last season? Maybe the season before, beginning of last season. I forget. They're just all good young players. My scouts liked to at a good price that I could afford. Now, one of them became a wonder kid this year. Yes, this boy, Philip. Can't say his second name. Not even going to try. But he's still with us. But he's wanted. Unlike a lot of these younger players, and a lot of the players that come here, they have to have a minimum fee locked in. There's something they want, because obviously we're not a huge club, and if I can rejig it I do, but I couldn't with him. And he had a minimum fee of 15.5 million, which isn't a lot when you know he's such a fantastic player who's just getting better and better. His attributes are flying up and he's become a wonder kid. Play right through the middle of the park. That gets matched. More on that later though. This is a squad at this moment in time, arranged by average rating. You can see he is my 3rd best player. We've got on loan wonder kid from Dortmund, Julien. He was 2nd. Oscar, who's 3rd in the goal scoring charts. He's been fantastic. He was part of that group. Oscar Schwarteu, who isn't a wonder kid. He's 20. He's Danish, but they were just good young players. But every now and again, one will shine, like Philip, and you can just see at 20 that young Pole is going to become freaking awesome, can't you? Gutted, I'll be honest with you. But we're doing all right. Obviously, Mr. Amora still gets a goal every other game. Whereas Jesus, he's not been doing bad. He's not played too much, but I've got Malvin Bard, Angel himself, the glorious Angel. Again, he's a bit here and there. He's obviously starts a few games. He's played up top for me, and he's helped out massively because he can cover so many positions as a sub. But it was going okay. Apart from the cup, forget the cup. The league's alright for now. Here we are on the 13th of March at the end of the regular season. The first 30 games have been played and we were 6 points clear. Lost 4, drawn 5, won 21. Ginka behind us. Of course, we're going to go now into the championship group. So our 6-point lead gets turned into 3, and it gets more tasty because you're playing all the best teams that season, aren't you? And it is quite fun, but it becomes quite a challenge, and it will be a freaking challenge. What is wrong with Anderlecht, by the way? I don't think they've ever made this group, and this is my 4th go at it. I tell a lie, this was the first year. They made it in the 2nd year. Sorry, Anderlecht fans. But then, obviously, the following year, no. And this year, no. That is an underachievement, man. Do you know what's not an underachievement? What was actually a massive overachievement and gave me some of the best buzzes of this entire series was the Champions League. Look where we finished. 5 wins, no draws, 3 losses, 15 points. There was a moment where I thought we were actually going to be top 8. That's how close we were. Now I'm just going to share this all with you. We're out of it, right? But it was fun, right? And my mate Brian will love part of this as well. We beat Shakhtar and Salzburg, which, you know, are possible, but I think both fantastic. We got beat off Barcelona, fair enough. Annihilated off Inter, battered Benfica, which I think was crazy. Beat them, which I thought we should be doing. Beat Monaco, and I'm pretty sure going to an Arsenal game, there's a chance if I won it, we would have been top 8 and bypassed the round, but we didn't. Still very respectable, earned some good money, drew Celtic, who we drew with away, and then beat 3-2. Great game, by the way. Look, when Amora scored the winner. Happy days. And then I drew City. It's Man City. You know, I don't like City. I'm a United fan. But you look at the players they've got, and that is what it is. I don't expect to get past them at all, but honestly, super proud of that. It's like winning it for a club like us. So we are out of the cup and we're out of Europe and we're in that championship group. And it was going to get really, really tough. But being in the Champions League has really helped us financially. It really, really has. Obviously getting maybe more more bums on seats. But look at the money. It's not bad. Club is doing all right. But like I said, my wonder kid got ripped away from me mid-January, which is gutting, really. It is gutting. That's probably another reason why we've got a good amount of money. So I thought, do we need someone? I had quite a lot of players in midfield. Redondo, that young lad had signed, who apparently is the grandson and son of famous players. Thank you, whoever told me that in the comments. I hadn't been playing much, and I could have maybe played him, and I do. But I just looked on the scouting list, and there's a player still on there who I nearly signed in the summer, and no one had picked up, and I thought, he's still free. He'll be decent. Maybe I just get him in for cover. Billy Gilmore, free, 21 grand a week. You can always sell him on. Look how much he's worth. He's not set the world alight being here. He struggled probably to get in the team, but for free, if I do another season, I could make some cash off him, surely. Even if it's a few million, it's a bonus. So yeah, I brought him in. So this is a squad arranged by average rating at the end of the regular season, going into the most important part of our season now, because it's all we've got left. Obviously Redondo there, he started to play, goes and gets injured, so it's probably good that I brought Gilmore in. A few other injuries. Palestra, big loss because he's a fantastic player. Kral has been good for me this year, even though his average rating doesn't say it, he's a good player. And we had bids in as well for Jesus. I had bids in for Angel. Obviously he's not playing as much, but these are players I can move on, because I probably do want to do another season. I'll see how you guys feel about it. I'll see how the numbers do. But there's a lot I could do a proper rebuild, I think, this summer and make a lot of money. And there's a lot of good young players out there, to be fair, who I could probably pick up again and see what we can do and just have a bit of fun with it. That's what it's about, isn't it? But yeah, that's some tough games, and it is tough. So let's run through it this way, quickly as possible. First game, Antwerp, I drew. But then we beat the Charlie boys 3-2 in a great game, very close game, although I thought I was going to blow it out my bumhole at the end. And then talking of blowing things out your bumhole, we were trying our very best, starting with a 2-2 draw against Club Bruges, a 1-1 draw against Standard, a 1-1 draw against KRC Genk. Like, gee, what the... Honestly. But then the Charlie boys did us a solid again, beat them earlier, the only team I've beaten so far in the championship phase, and we beat them again away 3-1, and then beat Antwerp 5-1. About time we had a mint performance. Buzzing with this, although I did have to play a midfielder up front. We then went back to form though, and drew 0-0 with Club Bruges. Got a goal disallowed, it's shit this game. But then beat Standard 5-2. with one game left to play. And if you've been doing your maths, you might have noticed there's only one team have played once. And again, I truly believe it, that this game sometimes creates a narrative to make it more fun for you, because the amount of times you get to the end of the season, the amount of times that I've done it, you've probably been there with me, and there's some kind of drama involved. It just happens too often for it not to be true. I'm probably talking out my ass, I know, but it does make it more fun. So this is what we've got to do. We have to play KRC Genk in the final game of the Championship group. Now, we've got a 3-point lead and better goal difference, but we're not the champs. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember checking the rules. If I did, I can't remember the rules. So here we are, the league sorting rules of the Championship. Obviously, we know the half points from the previous stage. And then the sorting rules is seeding. Top. Now, does that mean from the bookies? Is that why we haven't won the league? So if they beat us, even though I've got more points, I beat them in the league, more goals. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, isn't there? Because they were seeded above me, would they win it? That would be absolutely atrocious. That would be scandalous, wouldn't it? I would honestly throw my toys out the pram. I mean, this is a team, though, that's got cash. I've never heard of a manager, Wouter and Racken. They brought in 60 million in the summer, only spent 4, but they're still competitive. And that's what I kind of want to do in the summer, hopefully. Cash in a lot of these players. There's a load I could get rid of. Try and get the age down a bit, get some young, exciting players in, see if we can do it again next year. We're not doing it this year, though, but, you know, that's what I want to do. But this is a massive game. We played them a ton over the years. And to be fair, when I first looked at this, I was, well, A, bit shocked, but B, quite proud, because I didn't realise, I'll be honest with you, if you'd have asked me before I looked at it, I'd have said they had the upper hand on me. But they haven't. They did in the early days. And maybe they have recently. We drew with them, obviously, in Championship group. We've won against them. They beat me in a 4-3 thriller, you could say, in the league this year. But we had that great period there. So, I mean, this could go either way, but we have got a slight advantage. We are at home. We've got the league's leading goal scorer. Look at him. Get in there. So, we will see. So, let's stop pissing about. Let's get into it. Welcome to our fantastic little stadium. You can see, I'll probably tell for yourself, it has improved quite a bit. Obviously, it's had 2 big upgrades. Now, I've got a decent team out there. Pretty much the team I want up out there. Maybe one of my defenders I'm a bit like this about, but it is what it is. And we know they have a decent team and anything can happen, but I just want to beat them. We'll go out on a high, win a title, because I think that was the hardest thing going back to back in this league. I think it's tough. And here we go. So, I've been quite ill for quite a while, really, and I was quite ill in the last episode. I shone through. The show must go on. It's kind of passed through my body, through my chest, into my throat, into my nose. I've still got the back end of it, but I feel good now. But I've still got quite my nose keeps filling up. I just have to go and empty it then, because I could hear my voice changing. But I'm feeling really good. And I think I would have done a lot more work on the sub-league over the last week or so if I hadn't have been so under the weather. But yeah, I feel good. I feel alright. And it's today of filming. I'm hoping I get the video out today. It's the 1st of December. And you may or may not know, but you'll see him in the office behind me somewhere when I'm in the office. I've got 2 young boys, 6 and 3, so we still have all the magic of Christmas. Have we got the magic of this game? No. Before I carry on, Van der Bremt, great player, curls it in for the corner, straight to the goalkeeper. But it is, of course, in our house, time for the Naughty Elf. Now, we had tons of fun last year with the elf. Oh, get it! Oh my god, did you see that? Crack off the bar! Yeah, we had tons of fun last year. Now, I've made a few videos, some of my mates have seen them. Real proper videos that the elf camera caught, security camera that we have in the front room at Christmas to keep the eye on the boys. Proper edited together. I wish I could put them out on YouTube because I think they're quite good. I might do actually. They're quite good. Where you go up to all sorts. And my little lad at the end of Christmas basically built a prison for him, and that's where he's been all year. And he's still in that prison. No, they do not deserve that. Wait, no, they're getting it, aren't they? Oh, I've got to attack and demanding some more. So he's still in that prison. So this year, what I've done is I've bought some new ones. Bought him a little jumper. The reason he's in a sock is because I'm lulling him into a false sense of security. So there's 2 of them. There's the other one's green, so I can't show him you because you won't see him because of my green screen. Go on. 2 good elves this year. And I've got loads of ideas, got tons, for goodness. Like last night, they had an elf sleepover in socks and he loved it. And I'm going to have a good few days of nice things. and then the naughty elf's going to escape and start causing havoc around the house, and I know he's going to go crazy, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that, winding him up. It'll be fun. Right, come on boys, here's Bard, kills it in, get back in there, get in. So we are playing with the attacking midfield. I've done quite a lot of the defensive midfielder one this year. There's a period where we just weren't winning, we were conceding too many. So I switched in, it kind of turned our fortunes around. At one point we had a right big gap in that league, but as always, you've got championship groups, and it gets halved anyway, so that's what you just want to get that biggest cushion. Ours only ended up at 3 points once we got there, and there was a period where, I don't know why they weren't playing, but they had 2 games in hand on me in that championship group, that if they'd have won, they'd have got above me, but that never happened, so I'm guessing they dropped points, and I'm guessing we're trying our best to not win the league. Right, come on, big bad Redu. Come on, mate. Come on. Oh, fuck. So yeah, it's Christmas time and I'm loving it. We spent all day. It was off yesterday. So when I wasn't finishing this season off, got the house ready, tree out, all the decorations. I was up on the roof putting lights out. Got fancy lights for my tree in the garden. All the garage is done. So the kids are loving it. And we used to be quite boring, me and the wife, until we had kids. But once you have kids, you've got to get that magic feeling, haven't you? And we haven't got that magic feeling in this game though, and here he is, Franco, and he's killing us off. Well, this is terrible. I've made one change. Redondo has come on in the middle and I give him a bollocking. We need to get back into this. We need 2 goals, I think. I mean, I think if we lose, we'll lose the league. I'm sure it's going to be that way. So a draw would be alright, but we need to pull 2 freaking goals out of our ass. We started quite well, we was looking quite positive. Here's Bard, cuts it in, get in. How's that not gone in the freaking goal? You can tell the stadium's had an upgrade. It was tiny, wasn't it? It definitely had been boosted. But yeah, not good enough. It's a more, come on, they've started positive. We need to use this pressure and turn it into goals, please. I mean, I genuinely hate this game sometimes. I hate it. I mean, I'll give you something to aim for. I mean, I think going back to back is tough. And I can't believe it's got to this point, our final game, and we could blow it. Oh, are we getting a penalty? He looks like, is he right, he's straight. I thought he was yawning. He's doing some kind of shoulder roller thing. Get in. Right, they've got a free kick. I've made a change as well. Twanuni, the youngster, he's come on for Samu in the middle. Oh yeah, I've got a story from work actually. One of old boys, been with the company 35 years. These boys who've been here forever start making mistakes. Ooh, that was close. He was on the number 23. He's fell asleep and hit a tree. Woke up in a tree. Tree's right inside the bus. Sacked him. Christ. I mean, I felt tired sometimes. Do some stupid hours. But bloody hell. Anyway, 3-2. Got 10 minutes to go. We need a miracle. We need a Christmas Union SG miracle. Can it bring me a miracle, man? Come on. You can do it. Bit of elf magic. Go on. Fucking get in, you bastard! No! You've done that to tease me, haven't you? He's fucking done that to tease me, haven't you? Go on, ref. Don't be a cunt. Okay, I've switched tactic. Pull the guys back. Got defensive midfielder. I'm not making any changes. We'll see what happens. 4 minutes. A draw is enough. But he's more going to kill the game. He has as well, and he wants some goalkeeper pointing at. I don't care. Fucking get him. I love this game. Back to back. Hey? Don't know what I'm doing. Bit of a dad dance. Uncle Knobhead dance. Hey? See you later. Gank. Here we go. Trophy ceremony. I don't know if you noticed, but I normally try and make my character look like me. I have a skinhead. I shaved my head. I'm number 2. It looks rubbish this year. I've gone for like the slit back long hair. Why not? Because I can. So there we go. That is the end of episode 4, season 4. Honestly, you guys that have stuck with it, I really appreciate you. Your view is massive, but if you feel good, feel happy, and you enjoyed that, you can always hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments. I need to catch up on my comments, I always do. Subscribe if you're new and hit that bell. You'll never miss anything I do. But thanks, honestly. I'm definitely doing another one. I think I'm going to do one more season, have a bit of fun with it, see what I can do. And I really need to get to work on that sub-league, get them 3 episodes out before Christmas, and then start the new year with Kers and Ashton. If you've not heard of Kers, then go and check them out. because I think that would be a real challenge. I don't think they've got the structure of a Scunthorpe or an Oldham or a Stockport. Teams I've done that kind of thing with before, starting quite low. So to try and get them anywhere, I think will be tough, but I'm well up for it. I think it'd be good, and especially if the club are liking it and will help me out and do things. Let me come into the stadium, maybe get some good footage. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Let me know what you think of that anyway. I'm be intrigued to know if you're up for a bit of Curzon Ashton action. Hey? Happy days. I'm in a great mood now. I feel good. I'm the champion of Belgium, and I've got you watching me. What more can a man want? Hey? You lucky little bastard elf, hey? Look at that little shit. Love it. You stay happy, you stay safe. See you next time. Bye.